Socrates fool here. Just call me the fool. I don't know who the fuck you are, but I know you're not Socrates fool. Because that would be me. So it can't be you. But mostly because I'm here and you're probably not. So there you have it. It's fuck is it? Thursday night? Thursday night. About I don't know, I'm past that. So it's nighttime on Thursday night. We're gonna go into Friday, that kind of thing. It's not before, it's before midnight, not after. If it sounds like I don't know how to form a sentence, it's only because I've had a few whiskeys tonight. I had some very nice people invite me over to dinner. I had some very nice people invite me over to dinner, and I met 6 other people. And, God, what a great evening it was. I just had an awesome freaking time. Drank some whiskey. I do love whiskey. Smoked a lot of grass myself. Nobody else there smoked grass, but nobody gave me shit for it. And awesome dinner, nice steaks, and all the trimmings. Sitting around, bullshitting, drinking whiskey, talking shit, and laughing our asses off. When I get on a roll, I'm pretty good. If I can make people laugh, it just fuels something inside of me, and I just keep going. And tonight, I was on, and they were laughing, and I was having fun, and it was great. And when I'm in that mode, political correctness be damned. I mean, I always figure that, but I felt so comfortable around these people I could say anything. And we just talked and joked and laughed, and it was great. They invited me back to dinner tomorrow night. I told them, I said, fuck, I went through my A material tonight, you know. It might be my B material tomorrow night, but yeah. There's food involved, and you guys still like me, I'll come by. Yeah. It was Jeff and Linda. They were my friends up at Havasu, my neighbors. They helped me out up there. And they invited me over, and then I met these other couples, and they were all really cool. Had a good night. Like I said, a lot of laughs, a lot of jokes, a lot of discussion. Some heart-to-heart shit, too, coming out, and it was all really groovy. It was a good damn night, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. And now here I am, and now you're stuck with me. Well, not really. Because at any moment, you could hit the off button and I'm gone. But then again, you'd have to be here in order for that to happen. So there is that. So let me see if I can get some information out here or not. If anybody is watching, you're probably going to go, this asshole's drunk, and just going to cruise off anyways. But fuck. You might miss the best stuff in the world. Who knows? Yeah, well, you know. I don't have any more whiskey. It's all gone. It was left back at the campground, at the other campsite. I'm home, me and my kitty. And, let's see. China. I think I was right about China. I'm not sure if, they released it or somebody else did that, I'm not sure of, but they're letting depopulation happen if they aren't doing it on purpose. They're killing off dissidents. That's the words out there. Pretty much almost the whole fucking country of China. Over 1 billion people. They're talking about 900 million, less than 1 billion, being on quarantine. 900 people out of just over, 1.2 billion or 3 billion. That's the whole fucking country. They're on lockdown. And people are dying. People are not just dying of this stupid fucking flu. People are starving to death because they've been locked into their apartments. And if you don't think a government would do that, well, you've never heard of Chinese Revolution, and let alone our own government. Not under Trump, no, but under the others, yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. So China is like in a hurt zone. I mean, everything, manufacturing is shut down. There are close to 24, over 24. I don't know. The picture I saw was at least 24 oil tankers in the harbor off China. They can't unload. Nobody needs the oil because it's not being used. What's already there isn't being used. Manufacturing has shut down. We get like 80% of any goods you purchase in America have some particle that comes from China. Plastics, anything made of plastic. There is a piece, an ingredient of plastic that comes from China, and without it, we can't make plastic. We can't make plastic. We can't deliver goods, ketchup, mustard, soaps, anything else, anything that's in a plastic bottle, Pepsi, Coke, no Coke, Pepsi. We can't do it. Our manufacturing will hit an end. What's happening, and what I heard is the last ship out of China, last container ship out of China coming to the U.S., don't know what's on it, what the goods are, but it will be here and unload in the United States on March 6th. Nothing else has left China, and nothing is looking to leave China. That's going to be the last ship coming from China of goods that, believe it or not, we rely on. Take a look around. Look at the bottom side of a lot of bullshit that you own. It'll tell you it was made in China. So, could be the biggest thing that affects the United States is the fact that we can't get things we need because of just a little piece of something that we manufacture here comes from China. And if it's not being shipped, we're not going to get it. Take heart. Here's the good part. We have so many entrepreneurs and greedy motherfuckers on top of it, intermingled with it, whatever. Between entrepreneurship, surprised I got that one out. I'm kind of, and between entrepreneurship and just plain old American fucking in your face, we can do anything attitude. More manufacturing is going to come back to the United States because of this. If we can't get the goods we need from China, somebody here is going to open up a factory that produces those goods. And that factory will be running and producing sooner than we can get the shipments from China. It's going to put more Americans back to work. It's going to open up more businesses in this country. Whoever released that disease in China, they're hurting China. They're not hurting us just yet. It may get here. I mean, obviously, it should get here. There's people flying all over the world. I mean, there's no such thing as 9 degrees of separation anymore. Everybody's separated by 1 or 2. Everybody's related to everybody else in the world pretty much anymore. It doesn't take anything for shit to happen. Now, the reason maybe we're not where China is just yet is another thing I'd been talking about, and I did hear some other people. The three amigos, Cliff High, Big Swear, Road to Ruta, and J Snip 4, Joe. Those are 3 different people that they call themselves the three amigos when they get together and discuss shit. They just put out a video yesterday, which was really good. And one of the things that Cliff come up with is that something else I had mentioned a couple days back. There could be, since this is a manufactured virus, which we know it is because there's a patent for it, idiots. It could be manufactured through DNA also. It could be programmed, I suppose would be a better word, in a DNA sequence in it so that it affects certain people of certain populations or whatever, to the point that it could affect Chinese people or people of Chinese descent. It seems those are the people that are being affected most. On the cruise ships, in China, in other parts of the world. If that's the case, we don't have much to worry about here. It's not going to affect you if you're not of Chinese descent. If that's a DNA sequence in the virus, and if it's a man-made virus, Captain Trips, if you will, it's very possible. Science is so far beyond what we think it is. Everything is beyond what we think it is. Our technology, the military technology, the government technology, is 30 years beyond what we fucking know, at least. They max things out as weapons before they release it to the public. So it's very possible that this is DNA sequenced and killing only Chinese. I don't know for sure. I'm not telling you this is the truth. I'm saying this is speculation. And as far as it goes right now, that's all we got. But word is, most of China is on lockdown. 900 million people are on lockdown. And people are dying. They have mobile crematoriums going around, and they can kill, these people are already dead. They can cremate up to 55 bodies a day per unit or whatever. And it's going on 24 hours a day right now. So many people have died, are dying, and not just from the disease. People can't get into the hospitals. And other people who are being locked up in their apartment complexes are dying of starvation. If they dare to go on the street and get caught, then they get sent to a camp. It's really bad. And if you don't believe that China, who would do this to their own people? Fucking China is one that would. So there you go. The ramblings of a drunk here. Socrates fool, I am the fool. Take it as at that, if you will, whatever. Just be warned what's out there, what's coming, what could be coming. I think, unfortunately, in all due respect, it could be good for the United States, as I say. It could open up more manufacturing here in this country, which opens up more jobs. Sorry, a lot of people are dying, but I'm not the one that came up with this virus, and I'm not the one killing them. As far as I know, it could be one of three. It's the Chinese government killing their own people and depopulizing. It's the deep state, which is trying to create a war between us and China. Or it's the United States doing it for whatever, bio weaponry war, which I truly don't believe, especially under Trump. I do believe him when he says he's trying to end all the wars. He's not going to start more. So that leaves the Chinese and the deep state. Either one, just as nasty as the other. A lot going on in China. I did have some notes. Let me see if there's anything spectacular here that I should say. So we're talking about the CHUNG flu. Economics, plastics, mez. 2/3 of the Chinese economy, 2/3 of manufacturing and everything else is just shut down completely right now. The last container ship, depopulation, political change, it could be. Could be a way to get people into cryptos and the end of cash, too. They're trying to get rid of cash throughout the world. A lot of people are, and get people into like cryptos and shit like that. And basically, hey, yeah, you handle cash, you're handling other people's bacteria and germs and shit. Let's get rid of cash, and we no longer have that way of transferring germs. Just saying. That's a way to get us into a cashless society, which they have been talking about for a long time. Here's something that on another good note. I don't know. Have you ever heard of chaga? Chaga is it's mushrooms, that fungus that grows in birch forests. Birch forests are the most bacteria-free areas on Earth. Birch just eats up bacteria. A birch forest floor has literally no bacteria because of the birch bark. And now these mushrooms are the only thing that can hurt the birch trees. And that's this fungus, which are these mushrooms, which are called chaga. Now you can buy this and make tea out of it, or you can actually buy capsules of it. And it's mixed with other mushrooms that have other benefits also ground up. But the stuff I've stumbled across and the stuff I've actually looked for and found out about, this stuff's just incredible. And it can boost your immune system and all kinds of things. So look up chaga and see if that might be something that you're interested in. Come payday, I'm looking to buy some myself. And vitamin C, that's another thing. You can always use vitamin C. But vitamin C is good. And weather, you want to stay in the heat, you want to stay in the sun. That'll kick the shit out of any kind of virus eventually. It does take a while, but it's better than not. More manufacturing, oil tankers, frozen meat and shit sent to China is just sitting on the docks. They don't have enough, well, they have the trucks. They don't have enough people that aren't sick to drive the trucks to deliver the stuff. It's not just the virus that's killing, it's how the virus affects the society, any society, so bad, especially in this call now and deliver later, culture that we have in the world today. When that goes down, it hurts a lot of people. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I wasn't actually going to make a video tonight. I thought about it, and then I decided not to, and then I got invited to dinner. I went to dinner, I drank a bunch of whiskey, I came home, I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, what the fuck, why not come on here and ramble off like a drunk man for a little while? I don't give a shit. Drank some whiskey, had a good time, smoked some grass, had a good time, ate a ribeye, it was delicious. Had some munchies, talked, laughed, and joked. I had a damn good evening, and I'm happy about that, and I thank God for the opportunity. Y'all, Socrates Fool here. Call me the Fool. Like, dislike. If you dislike, please comment. Comment anyways. But if you dislike, I'd appreciate a comment. I'd appreciate somebody just watching my damn videos. It'll happen eventually. If not, well, it's just meant to be. God don't want nobody listening to me, and that's fine. Because I am the Fool. Socrates Fool. Please, have a good night. This is Thursday, early. It'll be released. You'll see it Friday if you see it at all. Take care, folks.